Hello, everyone. My name is Shrupa Vasu, and I wanted to share with you all how to get into Harvard. Now, Harvard has been my dream, and I'm sure it has been a dream for many, but it's not that easy to always get into any Ivy League, rest around Harvard. But I was able to get into it, and I have benefited so much. And so I thought that it will be good to share my experience, share how I came across that, and what you can do to get into Harvard. And doing a master's from Harvard, trust me, it has its benefits. Trust me, it's not easy at all. But if you can get into it, it's the best experience. So I'm going to share my experiences, my thoughts, and how I got into Harvard. So let me share my screen. Okay. Now, studying at Harvard obviously is a dream come true, and I'm sure it's like that for many of us here. I come from a very middle class, non privileged family, and majority of Indians are like me, and we come with big dreams and high hopes to United States to build a better life and support our old parents back at home. And studying at Ivy League was not even an option for me. Forget about competitive exams. Even if the score, which many do, is well enough, the affordability is a big factor. And so was my case. Now, without divulging too much, long story short, I never dreamt I will be able to study at any of the Ivy Leagues, let alone Harvard. But what I did not know is Harvard's continuing education department actually thought of aspiring students like me and you who has potential but not the means for it. I'm so glad that they did. So let me give a little bit about what is Harvard Extension. As you can see, it's obviously one of the schools of Harvard University, and this is its logo. And if you can see at the top of the shield, the three books spells out Veritas, which is in Latin means truth, which represents basically graduate education. And the two bushels of wheat are included to represent the stipulation that these courses will not cost more than two bushels of wheat. It's more than that, but that was the thought behind it. And the golden lamp symbolizes learning and the fact that some classes are taught at night. And the best thing I like about Harvard Extension School is that they evaluate admission not on the past, but on your current academic ability, curiosity, and the drive to succeed. They think of us as more than just a test score or a 10-year-old undergrad GPA, which I'm so thankful that they do. I should give a little bit of my background here. I am 15 years in working in the industry. I have a bachelor's degree in computer science back from India, and I started as a mainframe developer 15 years back. But 4 years into it, I realized coding wasn't my forte. So when I came here, I started learning about project management and agile methodologies on my own. And this is like 10 years back. And I was fortunate enough to have a great mentor from my client side who actually shadowed me and kind of taught me the nitty-gritties of project management. And that kind of piqued my interest. Then I completed my PMP and I gave a lot of agile exams related to Scrum Master, Product Owner, DevOps. And this was the time I realized I really want to manage programs and maybe slowly manage organizations and not just stick to individual projects. Now, I'm sure all immigrants and legal work visas here will know the hard work and the uncertainties like we really have to go through every year when it's time for our visa renewal. And you don't know if you're able to stay back here, if your visa will be renewed. And masters in USA being this expensive, I will never be able to afford that from India. So I never took that big step of investing in my further education after bachelor's. But finally, I took the bold step after my last renewal during the pandemic time, and I stumbled upon Harvard Master's Degree Program in Management. How I just gave a search of management, masters in management, and Harvard came up on that. And I started reaching out to Harvard Extension's admissions team to learn that admissions process. So this is how it goes. Like there are several tracks to get admitted. Really, there's more than one. And I hope that you are listening. You better get your pen and paper here because it gets a little tricky at times. There are basically three ways you can get into Harvard for this master's in management or any master's from the Harvard Extension. But I will stick to Harvard, stick to the management one because that's what I am majoring in. So you can do the first track is you can do the Harvard Business School online core course, and then take one Earn Your Way in course in economics, but you have to get a B and above in that. Or you can do MITx MicroMasters program in supply chain management, and you will get 4 course credit on completion of that. But then you have to come to Harvard and do 8 more courses. Or you can be like me, not do all this, and just take 3 Earn Your Way in courses. It has to be in finance, econ, and org behavior, and you have to ace them. And what I mean by acing them is you have to get B plus and above, and then you can get admitted. I got 2 A's and a B plus, and I was elated when I finally got the admissions email in Jan of 2022. Now, since I'm a management student, I'm going to focus on that track, but I can show you there are a lot of tracks here. You know, if you go to the Harvard Extension site, as you can see, there are like tons of master's degree program, and they also have bachelor's, by the way, but there are tons of master's degree program that you can do. And it also has English, finance, history, industrial organization, international relations, and it even has data science. I know that's a big thing now. But let's stick to the management one because that's what I'm doing. Okay, so for management, you have to do 12 graduate courses, out of which 4 courses have to be on campus. And I mean, you have to be in Harvard campus in Cambridge. It doesn't that gives you goosebumps to be on campus in Harvard? I mean, that's something I really never thought. But okay, so you have 3 these are the core courses, and out of which, so econ, finance, and org behavior is something that if you are in a track like me, where you took the Earn Your Way in courses, these are covered in that. So once you get admitted, these courses count towards your 12 graduate courses. So basically, you will have 9 more after you get admitted. And in that, you have to do 1 marketing, 1 enterprise management, 1 strategy, and then you have either the capstone track or the non-capstone track. For capstone track, you have to do, I believe, 3 electives and 1 pre-capstone, which only happens during the spring, and 1 capstone in management, which only happens in the summer course. And then if you are a non-capstone, then you have to do 4 management electives. Now, trust me, if you can do the capstone path, please do that. That's an incredible experience to do your pre-capstone and capstone in management alongside the professor and other cohort students right in the campus for 3 weeks. You are actually being an entrepreneur in action, and nothing can, be better than that. But, and I wanted to do that. Trust me, I really wanted to do that. But I was a little late in understanding how that will go on, because if you're on the capstone track, you have to finish your core courses before you can take your capstone courses. And which means that you have to finish off, other than your electives, you have to finish off 8 of your courses. So if I am right now I've completed 8 courses. So if I was to do a capstone, then I would have to do the pre-capstone in spring of 2023 and then capstone in summer of 2024, which means that my graduation will get pushed to 2024. But I really wanted to graduate so that I can further my education. I want to do a PhD sometime later after this. So I really didn't want to. And entrepreneurship is not something that I'm really looking forward to, just because how I am. But if you can do it, definitely take the capstone track. It's phenomenal. So I'm doing the non-capstone track, and I'm right now on my 9th and 10th course. So as I said, you have to do the core courses, right? You have your finance, marketing, enterprise management, and strategy, and then you have your capstone and the non-capstone track. Now, there are 4 sessions, right? So we have the summer classes, which is done by the Harvard Summer School, and it's generally in these dates are the dates from 2022, so the dates can shift here and there a little bit, but it's generally between mid-June to August first week. Then we have the summer school is you will have option of either doing a 7-week long course that is from the June to August, or you can do 2 small 3-week courses. So if you want to be on campus, you can do the 3-week course instead of doing a whole 7-week, because if you are not from Cambridge area or from Boston area and you have to come in, then obviously there's a cost involved in that. So doing a 3-week course in that case is much more beneficial. And then obviously you get the options of doing on-campus and online courses. Then we have our fall semester, which we are in right now. And in fall semester is generally from end of August to mid-December, just before Christmas. And for any of these courses, actually, you get more than a month to choose and pay for the course, especially if you're an admitted student. And you get 1 week once the course starts to withdraw with full tuition refund, because it might happen that you joined thinking that a course will be doing something, will give you, benefit you something, but as you get into the course you realize that maybe you need different course, or maybe that doesn't fit your expectations, or maybe you need a prerequisite of that course. So, and I have done that. In one of the times I actually by mistake uh, uh, took admissions in one of the real estate classes, real estate management classes, which was in a higher level. And I did not realize that I did not take the foundational one. Thankfully, it was the same professor, so it wasn't a big deal. But anyways, it's not a big deal if you are in that first week. So the moment I realized it, I was able to get the full refund and rather going to the foundation real estate course. And the grades are available on Jan 5th. Then we have the January session, which is a very short session. It's a 3-week session from beginning of Jan to the 3rd week of Jan. But this is very intense. The reason it is very intense, it's because you have classes every single day for 3 hours. So for 3 hours every single day, you are in class and you actually have assignments and homework and group work in that as well. So basically, you are really just doing that if you can. If you think that you can work and do this, maybe you can, but it's going to be really, really intense because you will have assignments every single day. But it's just 3 weeks. So if you think that you cannot live work, you can take one of the online courses, but also this is a time when it's much more easy to take your on-campus classes because it's 3 weeks. You can just fly in and do your on-campus courses. And then we have our spring semester, which starts from the Jan end to May, just before the graduation convocations, and the grades are available on 23rd of May. Now, you might be thinking, what are the benefits, right? Harvard, obviously, the name itself is a benefit, but once you graduate from it, you get to be the part of the Harvard alumni. How can it be anything better than that? Students are global from every time zone, every culture, every career background. So our classes are always filled with students from different walks of life. And since you are on your own path, like till now, I have done 8 courses, and each of my courses, I have been able to meet like 20 other students who are very different from me. And that gives you a big networking opportunity around the world. And you get to learn from all of them. They bring in their own special flavor. And on admission, an advising team will support you until graduation. And my advisors, my current advisor, as well as the one I had before, because capstone and non-capstone has different advisors. Before I thought that I'm going to be on the capstone track, and then I changed to non-capstone track. They're phenomenal. They will guide you all the way. So you are not alone. If you think that you don't know how to choose your course or you don't know what to do, they are there all the time. Then if you are a citizen, you have different payment plans, and I've heard that they are really, really helpful payment plans. Now that doesn't work um, for Indians on work visas. So I don't know how or know how good that is, but I've heard that it's really good. Unfortunately, we won't get it, but if that's not your problem, then there are payment plans that will help you. Then there is reduced Harvard summer school tuition pricing. So the Harvard summer school, the summer courses you will take, is less priced. And you can work as a research assistant to the faculty aid program, which is again phenomenal. But if you are on an H-1B visa like me, then obviously you cannot work on two jobs. But if you are on EAD or you are in GC or you are a citizen, nothing comes like you can really do this. And this is so helpful, especially if you want to do some more higher studies, if you want to do a PhD. It's so helpful to be a research assistant through these programs. And then obviously the cream of the crown, the Harvard convocation in month of May, when Harvard University has their convocation, you are part of it. You walk through those Harvard years, you actually walk through all the Harvard students, and you are a Harvard student, so you get the same convocation. So what has been my experience, and pictures speak more than words. So I would like to share some of them, right? You can always be on campus, right? Especially if you are in Cambridge area, you can be on campus at every single time. But other than that, you get so many opportunities. Like there are weekend classes in the campus. Then there are courses with, you can do the 3-week courses in the campus. I like the ones with where you get to do the weekend classes, because that actually at least gives you the ability to be on the campus, as well as I know for work, not everybody can be in the Cambridge area. So the ability to be on campus, I mean, that's nothing better than that. Then more than that, you can visit all the Harvard clubs around. Like I have been to the New York Harvard Club, and I got to meet the dean, Nancy Coleman. But also the good thing, and this is the picture from that, the good thing is that you can actually invite your friends and have dinner over there. So this is from the NYU. These are all NYU students, and after their graduation convocation, she is the Harvard. She belongs to the Harvard Club in New York, and she's a Harvard alumni. And she invited us for dinner. So for any important occasion, you can actually have your friends and family for dinner at any of the Harvard clubs. And you can have the very duffel. Now, this might sound very childish, but it's these little things that makes it so special. And the welcome convocation at the campus. So after pandemic, they started off again this year. So on October 1st, I believe there were like 400 students from all over the world. I believe they did it from year 2019, just before the pandemic, to the year 2022, whoever got admitted, and it was overwhelming experience. It was phenomenal. It was the best experience. You have to be there to actually know how it feels to sit in the Memorial Church and to be welcomed by the dean, by all the professors, and to see some fellow students who you have learned with, but maybe never got the chance to see them. Maybe they were in different part of the world and they walked in. So nothing like that. And see, we made to the Harvard Gadget. This is our picture from the convocation on Harvard Gadget. Here I am, along with the dean and the different other professors and alumni, and our 400 odd batch of students. So this was a phenomenal experience. You get to enjoy the suburban areas nearby, Cambridge, Somerville. They are so beautiful. Like I used to stay in Somerville. I didn't used to stay in campus, but you can actually stay in the campus dorms as well. But I chose to stay a little far in Somerville. It wasn't that far. It was like 10 minutes walk every day to the campus, and it was beautiful. So you can actually see these places. So what have I actually benefited? If you ask me, if I look back, year and a half back when I started with my Harvard career, first of all, the name itself gave me goosebumps. The day I got the admission letter gave me goosebumps. It made it into reality, right? Like I was taking this earn your way entry into the classes, sorry, into the degree program, and I didn't know whether I'm going to get admitted or not. But other than the feeling of success and other than that feeling of confidence and the feeling of okay, I made it, and I can study in Harvard, what it actually benefited is that it gave me the confidence to face this world in both ways, in personal as well as in work. Whatever I was learning, because I am a program manager in my work area as well, and I'm learning management, there is so much I could actually implement in my work daily. And when I was doing I still remember I was doing my marketing management class, and I actually started in my new company, and I didn't know too much about the company. And we had to choose a company and do a case on that. And I chose my new company, and you won't believe it. It helped me so much to learn. Like I kind of like, killed two birds with the same something of that. Anyways, what I wanted to say is that you can do multiple things. And see, I'm so elated and I'm so exhilarated that I'm short of words, but it actually benefited me a lot. It boosted my confidence. It definitely gave me the network to, like, whenever I needed any help with any of my assignments, or I needed help with like when I was trying to change my job, to get some networking and to get some referrals, I could reach out to them. But long story short, it really benefits you if you know what you want to do and you choose your courses correctly. It's there is so many courses, so you get to choose what you actually want to learn. Like, for example, even though I'm in program management, I really wanted to learn the basics of real estate over here, because I was very worried, or I didn't know much about real estate, and everybody's knows so much about real estate around me, so it made me feel like, oh, I'm missing something. So that course gave me the confidence. It gave me the knowledge. It gave me the understanding that you need to know about the foundations of real estate over here. And same with the digital marketing course I took. I was just doing a program management for the digital marketing section of the organization, and taking that course alongside it helped me learn digital marketing in such a better way that I could manage the programs much more effectively. So, it's just that you need to, if you know what you want to learn, you can implement it, and it definitely will boost your career. It definitely will, not just the Harvard name, but that experience, that learning from the cohort, from the phenomenal professors you have. Everybody wants you to succeed. So, that's a great feeling in itself. So having said that, the Harvard Extension program definitely gave me the opportunity to fulfill my late father's dream. It's a great opportunity to learn from Harvard professors and industry experts while sharing experiences with hardworking peers. And Harvard Extension definitely boosted my confidence, and Harvard Extension gave me like I keep saying that Harvard Extension gave me the wings and the right shoes to excel in my career. I really hope that this was little help. Like when I started looking for it, I really didn't know where to get any information. There is like so much, obviously, that you can do. There are student associations and global ambassador programs, and there is so many other things that goes on, that being working full time and doing education full time is not that easy to do everything. But at least I hope that this piqued your interest, and that you can do it. So go for it. It's an excellent university. It's an excellent program. If you want to do your master's alongside working, or even if you just want to do your master's full time, you can still do it from Harvard Extension. And I hope that this has been helpful. Happy to answer any questions. Feel free to post your messages, and I will definitely be happy to assist you. Well, I hope. And with that, since today is Diwali, happy Diwali to all my Indian viewers. And I hope that you guys have the best following days and the following months and the following years in your life. Thank you so much.